Now take the fig tree as a sign. As soon as its branches grow out and its shoots burst forth, the end of the world will be near at hand." And I, Peter, said to him, "Explain the parable of the fig tree to me. How can we make sense of this, since the fig tree is forever putting forth its shoots, and each year yields its own fruits? What then is this parable of the fig tree supposed to mean? None of us understands it." And the Lord answered me, "Do you not see that the fig tree represents the house of Israel? It is just like the man who planted a fig tree in his garden that bore him no fruit. Now for several years he went out to see if it ever brought any fruit forth. Now when he saw that it did not, he said to his gardener, 'Dig this fig tree out by the roots, that it might not make useless our ground.' And to God he replied, 'We, your servants, would like to clear it, dig into the surrounding earth and water it. If at that time it bears you no fruit, we will not hesitate to pull it up out of the orchard, even by its roots, and plant another in its stead.' Now, have you understand how this fig tree represents the house of Israel? For truly do I say to you, in the last days, after its twigs have sprouted, false prophets will come along and raise the hopes of everyone, saying, 'I am the Christ, and now I am in the world.' When, however, this sign appears throughout the earth, children are delivered with great temples from their birth, calamities befall all men, mass starvation breaks out, epidemics and warfare arise, at the changing of times, with expressions of grief and an excess of tears. A great many children among the nations will sadly and with piteous wails devour their parents. They will lay cloaks over their corpses and bury them beneath the earth, the mother of all nations, which will have been polluted by blood and dust. What miserable and frightful sinners are those of the final generation, who understand not that when women no longer give birth, the harvest of persuasive men has come. When deceivers come to speak on earth, even in the place of prophets, the gathering will be close at hand. And when Israel comes to see the evil they've done, they who sin greatly by crucifying the true Christ will turn away and follow them instead, repudiating the one whom our ancestors praised. Beliar will likewise come and perform many signs before mankind, but this charlatan is not the Christ. And with his dagger he will murder the many martyrs who are to reject him. Then will burst forth the branches of the fig tree, which is to say, the house of Israel. Many will be slain by him, and they will therefore become martyrs. Truly in those days there will be confusion of holy, chosen, and faithful men. These will be plundered along with the Jews. Upon these will fall a terrible wrath, when a people from among the 10 tribes, which the offshoot of the Assyrians had destroyed, will come from the east to seek out the Jews. After these things will the Gentiles perish. From this day forward, the faithful and elect among the Hebrews will rule over very powerful men, subjecting them as in times of old, for their strength has not been lost. The Most High, who dwells in the heavens and rules over all, will then send sleep over mankind, causing all of their eyes to close. How blessed are the servants that the Master will find awake at the time of his coming, for they have remained awake throughout the age, watching with sleepless eyes in expectation. For though he should come at dawn, or dusk, or at midday, he will most assuredly come, and you will find it all as I have said. It will come about with the passage of time, for the coming generation, when at midday all of the stars will appear from the heaven of stars, in the presence of the 2 great luminaries.